EA really stepped in it when they released Star Wars Battlefront II, and people, especially the Reddit community, hated the shit out of what the game entailed and also the statement from EA. But EA is now trying to roll it back. We're gonna talk about if they can, but first let's break down what happened. So Battlefront II, a game that costs up to $80 to buy, doesn't come with every hero unlocked. To get access to beloved Star Wars characters like Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, players will have to put in an estimated 40 hours of multiplayer time. And to air their defense of doing this at the time, EA released the following statement in part on Reddit. The intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes. As for the cost, we selected initial values based upon data from the open beta and other adjustments made to milestone rewards before launch. Among other things, we're looking at average per player credit earn rates on a daily basis, and we'll be making constant adjustments to ensure that players have challenges that are compelling, rewarding, and of course, attainable via gameplay. People straight up hated that on Reddit. It was downvoted an estimate about negative 300,000, probably more as of this broadcast.
Negative 400,000, over 400,000 last time I checked.
Yeah, so this is an article that I was reading from yesterday. Amir says that today it's negative 400,000. People were posting some pretty hilarious memes. Who would win? The entire Reddit community. One greedy boy, that's one. Boy. Whenever I see BOI, I'm like, that's a boy. Or maybe
boy.
Boy. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. You're probably right. And then another one was from Tom and Jerry with, who's the cat? Is Jerry the cat?
Yeah.
Jerry's the cat.
No, Tom is the cat.
I don't know.
Why would you trick me like that?
I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Basically,
you didn't watch Tom and Jerry as a kid?
Didn't happen. Shooting himself in the face, and then with the label of Star Wars Battlefront II on the cover of it.
It's kind of a weak meme.
What a zinger!
A weak meme.
So people were basically complaining about the pay to win, the addition of random loot boxes. They were very disappointed, but
let me try to parse for you what all this means. Were you going to say something?
I was going to finish up because so that's what happened. That was
looked
the
like you needed me to interrupt you.
I will need you to interrupt me after I say that EA responded. They were like, we heard you guys, we're gonna make things better. They have slashed the hero cost after all of the fan backlash, like we were just pointing out. The cost of being able to access heroes such as Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader has been reduced by 75%, effective immediately after it emerged that players would need to spend dozens of hours to earn enough in-game credits to spend real-world money to unlock the characters quicker. Now what they said in their new statement, because remember their old one that got downvoted a shit ton, their new statement says, in part, unlocking a hero is a great accomplishment in the game, something we want players to have fun earning. We used data from the beta to help set up those levels, but it's clear that more changes were needed. Based on what we've seen in the trial, this amount will make earning these heroes an achievement, but one that will be accessible for all players. It's a big change, and it's one we can make quickly. It will be live today with an update that is getting loaded into the game. So yay?
No.
Okay.
Look, the problem was never how long it takes to unlock these characters. The problem is that you can pay money to just unlock them. And this trend has been going on for the past 10, 15 years, where initially it was like you would buy a game, you own that game and everything in it. Now, like they hired this billion-dollar industry, EA specifically, they're probably the worst offender of it. They make parts of the game only available for you to get by paying for it, or by like playing many long hours to unlock them.
So it's basically you either spend an exorbitant amount of hours playing, or you can just shell out the money right now. So it favors wealthier gamers.
And a lot of times, like these games, like they have that content in them, but they're locked away, and you have to pay for them to unlock them.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember I'm not a gamer, but I did. My brother is in some way, shape, or form, and we used to play Tekken together on PlayStation, and it was always a special treat and very difficult to unlock certain players.
Yeah, and that's fun, that's part of it, but like you don't have to pay to unlock those things, or you don't have to play 40 hours to unlock those things. No, you play your game and it's there, and like there's a way for you to get it.
Do you have an issue with the 40 hours though? Because that to me, I didn't find, 40 hours is a full work week. It's long.
That's a really long time. And
it is, okay.
A lot of that, that just immediately cancels out a bunch of people from ever being able to get that. And it doesn't help that this game is a Star Wars game, which like as we know has like a huge fan base that doesn't take shit.
Okay, but the thing that I'm like, and I'm gonna sound like such a mom about this, but 40 hours, you split that over like an hour here, an hour there. right?
But you just want to play with Darth Vader, man.
That's true. That is something that some of the most
that's
popular,
a huge character. Like,
and
come
Luke
on,
Skywalker
why
too.
are you doing this?
Yeah, no, I think that it might be different if it was they had some extra characters.
Look, personally,
but Darth
I'm
Vader.
never gonna buy a Battlefront game, and I'm not gonna support EA as long as they keep having practices like this. There's other game publishers and developers that like totally deserve to get supported. Like CD Projekt Red is a huge one, and they're a European company, and they made the game The Witcher series. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard about it from you.
It's like the crown jewel of the country of Poland. In fact, when Obama went and visited Poland, they gave him a copy of The Witcher 2, which I'm sure he never played. But
wait, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal game. It's probably the best game that's been out in the past 10 years.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about it.
It's amazing. Yeah, me and Haas for my birthday, he bought me a Witcher necklace.
Aw,
yeah,
that's really nice.
Yeah, but like, see, there's games out there where they still make them like the way games used to be made. We're like, okay, we're gonna put our heart and soul into this game for the fans, and we're gonna give you a lot of content, and we're not gonna charge you some bullshit to unlock other content that's already included in the game. And like, here it is, play it, have fun.
So do you think that, what I think is really profound about this story is that they responded because of the backlash on Reddit. I'm not really sure what EA expected. It sort of feels like when I first got onto Reddit, which was a train wreck because I didn't understand how Reddit worked, and everything that I was posting got downvoted and with incredibly snarky and creative responses to everything. And it feels like EA did that. That's why they sort of stepped in it, because they were like, oh, we'll just release a statement explaining.
Yeah,
and then
no,
Reddit,
everyone's gonna continue to hate EA.
Reddit clapped back, and then they made a change. So is it perhaps positive that we are seeing that there will be action taken when the community is able to voice so clearly their issue?
But they make so much money from a lot of their games because most gamers are casual. Like, they don't read these stories, they don't really give a shit. These are like the diehard people that go on Reddit. At the end of the day, EA doesn't just make Star Wars games. They make
NBA Live.
Yeah, they make NBA, they make NFL. Like, they make all these different sports games where that bring in casual gamers that don't really follow gaming news. And they're gonna still make a lot of money. And it's not gonna deter them from doing things like this because it's just like a drop in the bucket for them.
Right, and another thing that they had was they're talking about whales in this article. So basically, whales are make up 1% of players, but account for 50% of in-game spending. So it's just like the wealthiest of gamers.
How do whales play video games?
That's awful, and you're better than that joke, Amir. You're so much better than that.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was all right. It was not bad. So basically, so if the number of major console releases like Battlefront are similar, EA doesn't need those 300,000 angry Redditors, 400,000. They only need the 1%.
Video games are turning into like essentially gambling. Like, it's these like perpetual money-making machines with like all these little microtransactions in them, which people don't really give a shit as long as those microtransactions like end up getting you things that are cosmetic in nature. And what I mean, do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, it's where it's like
in a lot of games you can pay to get like a different skin for your character.
Or like a cool like outfit.
It doesn't affect your gameplay at all. But like, the problem is when you can start buying things that affect your gameplay completely. Like, you will be better off and stronger than the rest of the people if you pay more money.
So it's just the wealthiest players.
Yeah.
Have you ever paid for something in a game that has affected your gameplay?
No.
So you've only paid for things that have affected like?
Yeah, like I played League of Legends for a while and I would buy different cosmetic skins.
Why?
For my characters. Because I don't know, because I'm a fucking idiot. And I spent like $100 probably in total over like 4 years of playing that game.
$100 over 4 years, but now you're
and like I look back and I'm like, wow, it's so stupid. But like, that's how like when you get just immersed in these games, like sometimes you do that.
Yeah. Well, this has been actually, when you pitched this story, I was like, this is gonna be so dull. I'm actually really interested to hear what you guys think in the comments section below. What did you think about, maybe someone's playing Battlefront 2. I would like to hear if you're playing Battlefront 2. Should Amir play it? He's a huge gamer, so give your recommendations.
No, I recommend everyone play Super Mario Odyssey right now. It's amazing.
Cool, for sure. Do that and talk about it.
Better than me?
No, I don't. I really don't. I loved NBA Live 2005. What did you guys play? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos, and we will see you next time on Pop Trigger.